Hello, and thank you for joining this session where we're going to be talking about one of the master's courses in our civil engineering department, and it's Water and Environmental Engineering MSc. My name is Tina from the Brunel marketing team, and I have with me today Dr. Ashraf Ahmed, who is the course director of Water and Environmental Engineering MSc. Welcome, Ashraf.
Thank you.
Would you like to kick off by giving a brief summary of your academic background?
Well, I have studied my undergraduate, it was in civil engineering, and my master in Cairo. In Cairo, my master was from Cairo University, and after that I moved to England, to the University of Manchester. I did my PhD there. Then I moved to some universities here in the UK, then moved to Brunel. I taught in many places. Here in the UK, I taught here at Brunel. I taught before at Queen's University, at University of Manchester, where I got my PhD as well. I taught internationally. I taught classes in Egypt. Even before I was going to China to teach condensed courses in 2 weeks to bring students to study undergraduate here in the UK. And this was about water and water-related modules as well.
Excellent. So this is a relatively new course. How long has it been going and what's the main aim of it?
This is the second year of running this course. And that's very important, actually, because there is a lot of going on, climate change, sea level rise, the goals of sustainable developments of the United Nations. So we thought about this course. Also, there is a lot of going on about machine learning and artificial intelligence. So here where with the ideas or the things that brought us to think about this course. This course is giving the student who comes here, he will have a very good idea about water management in both of surface water, groundwater as well. Also, we have many of our modules is about environment, about climate change, how to tackle climate change. Some of the modules even are talking about renewable energy and all of that, and CO2. And also we have some modules. One of the modules is about environmental engineering and AI, where the student would learn these technologies and these advanced techniques, such that the student should be able, after graduation, because this is something, there is so much demand about this in the market now, how to know about machine learning and AI. So the student will find a whole module is about that, and also our project are reflecting this subject area. You will find many of the projects we have, they talk about AI. So, this is the idea, because there is so much demand water, there is scarcity of water everywhere. There is so much demand on water. You will find even sometimes there are some political tensions between countries.
Yes.
It's because of water share. So we wanted to make our graduates are fully aware of this area. They know very well about water management and water distribution and the efficiency of water use.
Thank you. Now, somebody considering studying at Brunel will see on our website that we've got your course, Water and Environmental Engineering, but we've also got Flood and Coastal Engineering.
Yes.
Can you just summarize what the difference in focus is between the two courses?
Yes. As I've just explained now, in water and environmental engineering, we focus more about the environmental aspect, about, for example, water and wastewater treatment, waste management, for example. Climate change, how to tackle climate change, how to tackle, for example, sea level rise. These are the main topics water management we teach in this master. In flood and coastal, it is mainly focused on flood management and flood risk.
Right, I see. Thank you. Now, the standard entry requirement for this course would be a 2-2 in civil engineering, or maybe mechanical engineering. But you do also take people with degrees in different disciplines. Can you give some examples of that?
See, normally I see students from different backgrounds. Although this course is running for the second year, so I didn't come across many people from different backgrounds. But in a similar courses about environmental engineering that I was teaching before, I saw students, for example, coming from electrical engineering background. They wanted to switch to water. Normally, we see students coming from geography, people from environmental science. Even there are some people, I once found a student from economic. He studied but maybe they want to study, to relate that to water. So I found students from different, but mainly civil engineering, geography, environmental science.
Yes.
Mainly.
Okay. Thank you. It's definitely worth saying at this point that very often there are some scholarships that students who are interested in applying for this course could apply for. It's always worth looking at the scholarships page on our website. And at the time of recording this, we're not able to say which ones will be available for next year because they haven't been set yet. But please have a look, because if you're thinking of an application, there may well be something that you can apply for that would help with fees. Right, so let's move on now to the content of your course. Could you give us a sort of top-line run-through of the modules, because the full descriptions are given on the website, but just give us an idea of what the modules cover.
Yes, we have 8 modules. Each module is 15 credits. This makes 120 credits. On top of that, there is dissertation. This module, it's 60 credits. So the total 60, the dissertation plus 120, the modules. So it's 180 credits. As I've just noted earlier, the student will take 4 modules in each term. In term 1, for example, we have geoenvironmental engineering, we have hydraulics and hydrology, we have research methods, we have environmental engineering and AI. In term 2, the student will take project management, contaminant transport, water and wastewater treatment, and climate change. And in both terms, the student will work in their dissertation. They know their topic by December. For example, for those who start in September, they know their dissertation topic by the end of December, and then they start to meet their supervisor to work and in the literature, and later on in summer they study, they work in their research work for the dissertation.
Right. So the dissertation, as you say, is 60 credits, so it's a third of your qualification.
Yes.
Can you give some interesting topics that have been submitted recently?
Yes, actually, there are several topics, but the two I remember, I had a student last year. He was he built a machine learning model in order to monitor the water level in some of the reservoirs here in the United Kingdom. Right. So the student contacted some water companies. He got some data. He got data for the last 30 years about the water level. Then he built a machine learning model in how to do future predictions and to study also the impact of climate change and the chance of flooding or overtopping of
that sounds amazing.
Yes. Actually, we're working toward a paper regarding that. Another student, one of the interesting topics, he was studying saline water intrusion. Saline water intrusion in coastal aquifer, because one of the impact of climate change that the sea level is rising, which is causing much contaminations for the coastal aquifers. So this student has implemented some engineering solutions on how to control and to slow down this contamination of coastal aquifers.
Excellent, thanks. Can you describe a typical week of one of your full-time students in terms of their teaching time, their private study, labs, etc.?
Yes. As I've just noted earlier, the student will study 4 modules per week, per term. So in each week, you will get lectures and tutorials. Normally, some of them 3 hours, some of them are 4 hours. When I say tutorial here, it could be assignment tutorial. You work with your lecturer. It could be software that you will go to the computer lab to do some numerical simulations. It could be lab experiments where you will go to the laboratory to run some experiments. Plus, at least there is 2-hour lecture every week in this module. Plus, those who start in September, for example, by the end of December, they would have already selected their dissertation topic and their supervisor. Hence, starting from January, they will start working in their dissertation. And term 2 is the same. It's 4 modules.
Excellent, thank you. Now, all the civil engineering qualifications at Brunel have a very valuable accreditation. Can you explain it? Because it's not a normal accreditation, it's like an umbrella accreditation for a number of professional bodies. Can you just explain how that works?
Yes. Actually, for us, water and environmental engineering, we get accreditation from 2 bodies. One of them is CIWAM, a Chartered Institution of Water and Environmental Management. We have already got that because it's a new course.
Right.
For JBM, because it's a new course, we are working in it. We aim to get it later. The JBM. The JBM, as you just said, yes, it's a joint. It's a number of professional bodies: ICE, Highway, Institution of Structural Engineering. There are 4 institutions. They are like an umbrella. This accreditation process is very important because when they come to us, there is list of boxes they need to make sure we take every box. For example, teamwork, field trips, for example. They need to make sure, for example, all our modules are updated to reflect the advancement, especially this field. The advancement in technology is very fast. So they made sure we are catching up to date. There is something else as well. There is something called the Engineering Council, where they keep update the requirement and the criteria we need to meet. So JBM and the CIWAM, regularly, we have to give them report every year on how we update and how we meet these criteria as well.
Yes,
so that's very important for the quality of our courses and to make sure our courses are updated, they are up to date, they are reflecting the advancement in technology that happens every day.
Yes. Excellent, thank you. And so finally, can you give some example of the careers that, say, your last output of graduates went into?
Actually, many of our graduates, they go to Thames Water, they go to Southern Water. Some of them, actually, I was just in contact with a student a few months ago. He's working in Atkins, but this was in a previous master. So they work in many water companies here in the UK, and even some of the construction companies, because water is, you need it in everywhere, wherever there is construction, where there is water management, where is even some of them, they work with the Environment Agency.
Yes.
So there is so many places to work in. You might be even surprised that people, as I've just said, people learn about machine learning. Although I am not aware of cases like this, but there is potential they could even work in other fields that need these skills of machine learning and artificial intelligence.
Yes, excellent. Thanks very much for that. So we have probably covered most of the questions that prospective students tend to ask us. So thanks for that. But if you're watching and you'd like to make an application and there's something that we haven't covered, please send us an email. Send it to our inquiries inbox, which is enquiries@brunel.ac.uk. And if you mention water and environmental engineering in your email, it will get forwarded to Ashraf and he will reply to you. Okay, but in the meantime, thanks very much to Ashraf for joining me, and thanks very much for watching.
Thank you.